Rodney Powell, Shallow Water, Texas. That's where I'm from. 65 years old. And 1st of April, I ended up in the hospital for 5 days. Middle of May, ended up in the hospital again for 5 days due to I couldn't breathe. And it was the most scariest thing I've ever been through in my life, because I've always been a fighter, and this one was just kicking my tail. And through those hospital deals, they would just treat me for the symptoms and let me out. And then here it would come again. Mid-July, here we go again. I was having to hit my inhaler way too many times a day, on the nebulizer every 4 hours just to survive. And then I get a call from one of our mutual friends, Michael Parker, who's a retired Texas Ranger, been friends with him for 25 years. And he starts telling me about Lifewave, and I wasn't skeptical, because I was so desperate. I was like, I'm ready to do it, And when I was talking to him that night, long story short there, but I strained something behind my knee that night. And 3 days later, I had to go over there close to where he lives, and went to a specialist doctor for this breathing issue. COPD is what they diagnosed me with. Went in there, they did a test on me, and they said, your lungs are functioning at 37%, and you have the lungs of a 100-year-old man, which is not good. And so anyway, after I left there, I went and met Michael, and he had a sleeve for me, X39. He told me, he said, hey man, get started in the morning, put it on, and don't expect anything to change overnight. It could, but don't expect that. And if you're not willing to commit to this for 90 days, then don't do it. And I said, dude, I'll do it. I mean, I don't have nothing to lose, So the next day I put the patch on, didn't even have to hit my inhaler but one time about noonish. And then right after that, I've been limping around like, Festus on Gunsmoke for 3 days. And all of a sudden it went away, and I called Michael that night, and I said, man, dude, I thought you said this wouldn't happen overnight. And he said, well, there it is, buddy. And I still had a little bit of swelling behind my knee, but everything was great. And that kind of locked me in with the Lifewave and the X39. And 7 days later, I had to go back to the doctor, and they did another lung function test on me, and it jumped to 50%, from 37% to 50% in 1 week. And that was it, but I'm in, no doubt. And so from there, other things started happening. Blood pressure was regulated great, best I've had in a long time. My blood oxygen levels were running, 90, 92%, which if you go below 90, you got to go to the emergency room. And that jumped up to 95 to 97% in 1 week. And I feel great, got my life back. And I don't know, man, breathing is pretty important. You know what I mean? And so I've started sharing it with everyone. Friends and family, been in touch with people that I haven't even talked to in 40 or 50 years, and getting them started in it and everything. And the other part about the story is there's a business opportunity involved in this. And, and I've done this kind of stuff before, a long time ago, with you, Danny and Diane. And through that, in yesterday, I think it was my 3-month anniversary of being on the patches and getting involved in it. And the income is, as of last Sunday's, $8,600.90, or 8,690 and 84 cents.
That's great.
And Danny, the thing about it is, man, when something like that happens to you, if you don't share that with people, I mean, something's wrong with you. And so I share it with everybody I come in contact with. And it's all about helping people. And the more people, if you want to raise in this, you help more people.
Yeah.
And it's the greatest thing I've ever been involved in my life. And I'm just so grateful that Michael Parker, I call him my messenger of hope, and
Well,
changed everything, saved my life.